Welcome to the Pixelberry Choices podcast. Today we're going to be talking about chapter 10 of Queen Bee Book 2. And this chapter was way more interesting than the previous chapters, depending on the stuff that happens in this chapter. And it's truly starting to feel like we're getting to the groove of this book. Now, the start of this chapter, in the usual fashion of Queen Bee, that posts on the T, someone is slandering X and praising the main character for the performance at the end of the Bacchanalia party with the sacrifice, and still admiring Poppy, that Poppy is down but not out, and that it's three-way race now between Poppy, main character, and the X. So the chapter starts, also the T kind of gave it away that there is a livestock that our main character is doing of animals in Belvoir. So remember the last letter we got from Apoidia about a competition? So the Apoidia hopefuls, they're contesting each other to raise charity. So this charity we will have to do on animals or whatever we want to, but rich people, filthy rich people as they put it, they're going to come to this Belvoir, and Belvoir is going to host this whole thing. So this fundraising, this charity fundraising, the donations and stuff, and our main character is going to display a petting farm for all the like there would be pigs, cows, everything that you get in a farm, and our main character, and it's close to our main character's heart. Later we will see Celine is doing one with ocean animals, so that's sort of close to her heart. So everybody's doing a charity on whatever they like, and Zoe is helping our main character. See, we're talking about farm animals, a lot of farm jokes, cow jokes, and lots of reference to the farms, and I felt like playing Big Sky Country all over again. A lot of backgrounds were used here too. And then Zoe goes to help Liam. Also, we see how Zoe is getting successful with her new song, and how different DJs, a something dog, which was a different version of Snoop Dogg, they said we're also playing this DJ song of Zoe, and it's becoming really famous. And then Zoe goes to help our main character's friend Liam in the other booth. And there's a particularly interesting, description here. I'll see if I can pull it up here. Yep, this one. So right before Zoe leaves us, it says Zoe gives you a good luck smack on the ass and you break, exiting the holding area from opposite tent flaps. So wow, that's some way of greeting our main character. Just found it funny. I mean, anyway, that's just this book is hilarious in a whole lot of way, but I just found it really amusing there. All right, let's move on. So now we get to go to our donation, the firm where the whole fundraising is going to happen, and we have pigs, we have cows, and we see a little girl. Let me see if I can pull it up. Yeah. So this girl was really cute, I thought. I don't know if we have seen her somewhere else in choices, but I found her really cute. I hope we see her more. Maybe ours in some place if we have a kid at some point. It could be a main character's child. She's really cute. Alright, so the descriptions are filter rich, like, you can smell money of them. So we will be given this option to dress properly. And if you do that, you're going to impress this richies, as they put it. Richies, and specifically the kids are happy with the animals, but their parents are the main problem. So we need to woo them and make them donate for this. So we will get the donation from this kid's mom, and then there will be another guy who will be so afraid of a goat, tiptoeing around the for just the perimeter boundary, and then we will convince him to buy a goat, so donate for a goat and get a goat, because goat milk, we will tell him that some actor really was able to make his what was it dad bod gone with goat milk. So this guy will be like, okay, I want some too. And then similarly we will say that the pigs are good. You'll get a lot of picta followers, which is pictogram, like Instagram, in that Choices universe. So this kid's mom will buy and donate for the fundraising and our cause, and we'll also take a pig with her, and this kid will get a pig, and our thing will be a lot of success. And then when our fundraising is a success, we'll also have to take an eye, keep an eye on X. So we have Liam, we have Celine, we have Chloe, and Poppy. We still can't write off Poppy after all the things she has done. She has come back from grave. She has done the, she has made the impossible possible. So we will always have to keep her in the list. Now we need someone to look over our charity, and the right person we got at the moment we needed them the most, the professor. And I'm glad they're including the professor in the scene more, but I think she was like separated from all the drama, and we just go to her, romance her to get away from everything. But as of the last two chapters, I think the professor is being involved with our main character's fight more, and that's really interesting. So Professor Ian, or Ina, I chose Ina. We go to her, and then we sneak her into a burn, and little piggy also comes with us. I think, or was it a cow? I think it was a cow. Yeah, a cow, calf. Yeah, a cow comes with us. So that was also a kid, and then we get a diamond scene. We get to imagine our life in a farm, because the professor tells us the professor would like to spend the rest of our lives with our main character, not in the hustle and bustle, the noise, drama, the nefarious environment, the animosity of Belvoir in this whole drama, rich, behavior, this kind of aristocracy, which is really sickening at some point. They will like to go away from this and have a forum where our main character and our love interest, that is the professor, will be there, and the professor will be making breakfast for us and will be waking us up. We'll be spending a lot of time together, romancing and taking care of the animals, and we also pet that little cow, and they come in between us. That was a really amazing moment with the background music they played. I like that background music a lot, and the whole scene, I think this was really heartwarming. I think they need to do it more, because we have had a couple of hookup scenes and stuff, but really, like, where we plan our future, because I don't think this book will really show us how we're gonna be in future. It's probably gonna end with us taking down X or some other drama, but really a glimpse of future, or at least how we envision it to be. Showing that, I think, is really good. We feel a mental bond, a connection of heart with our professor, and I'm glad they really did that. If it were just like, oh, we got a time, alone time, who cares if there is a cow, let's hook up here, away from that kind of plot. It gets stale at some point, because if you can hook up with a certain character in every chapter with no mental bond, then it gets stale, because you reach the same outcome, and it gets stale. Like, why would I pay my diamonds to reach the same outcome every time? But a mental bond, this was really interesting, specifically when the night drops, how we're there just close to each other in that vision of our future, that we're going to be together with the cow, maybe, and everybody would, all the cows will be in their places, maybe just one with us, and we'll just have each other's company, and we can do whatever with each other and just enjoy the peace. I think this diamond scene was perhaps the best intimate diamond scene of the whole Queen Bee book too. This diamond scene was worth it. And then we get back to work when we hear other voices. Professor, Ina, or Ian, they go to take care of our fundraising when we go to see the people we suspect as X. First, you go to Chloe, and well, here's what happens. Chloe acts like her usual self, so dumb, but we did discuss this earlier with Zoe, that Chloe could be pretending to be dumb because she did want the person to watch a word, and also she was the number one at some point in book one, but then Poppy, our main character, coupled up to take her down, so she can be holding a grudge against both of us. That makes sense. we tried to threaten, Chloe, though I was playing the good girl route, so it was not much of a threat, but still it was a threat, I thought, the way our main character said it. But Chloe didn't make any sense of it and just, waved it away, and she was, in her, you know, charity, there were no one. So she was doing something like giving free laptops to elderly people so that they don't feel lonely. Nobody donated, but our main character does donate, and we try to threat her, but it's impossible to sort of comprehend what is going through her. Is she pretending to be dumb, or is she really dumb, or is she X? So we get out of there, and then we go to Poppy's place, and then we first get one customer from Poppy. We send them to. So Poppy's doing a charity for dogs and puppies. So one customer, we win them over. We send them to our place, and then we see Poppy's. This whole charity is flooding with people, and we have some, some skirmishes that we usually get up to with when we're around Poppy. Some trash talking, exchange of some harsh words, and then we see Poppy's place. This whole fundraising place is flooding with people, but then they start vomiting at once, and someone even vomits on Poppy's pink sweater or whatever that is, and then Poppy gets totally, this was a disgusting moment for Poppy, so she gets all grossy, and then she susses our main character that it's probably our main character who did it, but then we say, why will we be there? So we just, and everybody starts puking, vomiting, burping, so we just step around the vomits, in a puddle of vomits, and we just carefully get out of there. We don't think it the Poppy's ex, but still, it never hurts to keep a closer eye on. We did not sabotage Poppy, so who did it? Probably its ex. So we go to Celine, and then here's one thing our main character suspected, that in this Apoidia race, everyone is a part of top 15. 1% is not, except for 1%, and that is Celine. And what does the ex say? I am the protector of the weakest. I'm the protector of the unpopular people. So who is not top 15 and still in the race? It's Celine. So we suspect Celine. We go to Celine's, exhibit for the donations for the charity, and then we see she has made it look like her home too. So she's from California. She loves to surf. The ocean life is everything to her. She has dolphins and everything. So two female couple were older, of course. They were enjoying the dolphins and everything. But we entered there in a diamond scene with the pig, and then they get so excited seeing the pig that they leave Celine's fundraising behind, and they go to our fundraising to buy some animals or take some pictures of our pigs. And then Celine comes to us. We thought Celine would be angry at us, but she's not. She's acting really nice. So we think, is this girl really that much innocent, or is she pretending to be innocent? But then she also tells us about an auction. She's going to sell a lot of things that bears the memory of her hometown back in California, of the ocean, and she's going to auction them. And then we take her to the side. We see she's also getting a lot of customer there for the exhibit, for the fundraiser. And then we see we sort of try to warn her off, like, if you are X, it's gonna be really bad. But then we tell her to tell us anyone being suspicious or not, and she tells us it's Liam. Liam is being suspicious, and we said okay. Then our main character warns Celine, saying, I do not treat the ones who betray me or disobey me, so them, and also the liars. So if Liam being suspicious is a lie, then Celine would be a liar. So it's a warning for Celine too. But Celine acts all, we were holding her by the shoulder, and our nails were dipping inside her shoulder, but she flinches back because of the sheer pain, I guess. And then she goes back, and we hear the shriek that Celine was planning for an auction, but all the stuff she had is stolen. All the stuff was stolen, and So who stole it? Our main character again did not sabotage this one, so definitely it's X. And then we run to our own exhibit, our firm that we have created inside Belvoir. If what if we are going to get sabotaged this time, and we just leave Celine's fundraising, little ocean she had created, and then we get out in the campus and we see this chaos, utter chaos. Everyone is running in every possible direction, and also the representation of the riches. A pig was running behind a little girl, and the mom said, "Oh, somebody watch! The pig is going to eat my daughter up," which was really hilarious. But they were super, freaked out. Somebody even saw a cow and said, "Oh, an ox is, following me. That's really ox is chasing me." It was hilarious. But then the football team was behind a table, and then we get to motivate them in their football language, and they will help our main character. And that's what happens really. With the help of the football team, we get the cows in control, we herd them, and we get them inside the barrier. And then it was time for one pig, and then we do some hog wrestling with the pig. The pig gets the fun the pig needed, and then we are done. We have controlled the situation really well, so our popularity score will go up, our charity score will go up. The day was a complete success until the last moment. We were unable to see the professor. The professor took over our main character to look after the charity, but the professor is not there. And then we get a text from the professor saying that we need to check on the professor ASAP, as soon as possible, because the professor thinks she knows, or he knows, the professor knows another person who might be potential X or X's minion. I believe X is not going to be out this early, so it's probably not X, it's probably X's another minion. And who could this minion of X be? We'll have to see. And that's where it ends. The ranking still stands: X, MC, Poppy. Of course, MC is leading both X and Poppy. X is leading Poppy, so Poppy is being dominated by both X and MC. It's a three-way race, but it's still between MC and X. But we'll have to see what happens next. And as of who the professor could be sussing as X or X's minion, I think it could be Lexi, because the professor could only, she only knows Lexi, or the professor has only ties with Lexi. Other than that, I don't think there's much people left here who the professor can suss out. She already sussed out one student in the last chapter. Also, yeah, when we started the chapter, we were going through the tease, post. So they also say the sacrifice of a girl named Carmine, maybe something. So the confusion with name was still there. So that was still funny. And that's about it. This chapter, I felt like it was as close to book one as this could have been. A lot of good stuff happened in this chapter, and I feel like the real drama, the gear, it's out. I think it was out from the last chapter, but this chapter was the ultimate nail in the coffin. This is now getting intense. So 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 chapters left. 6 more chapters left, pardon me. And these 6 chapters are going to be really awesome. And some positives from this chapter, definitely the professor's development. And one thing sad for people who liked Zoe, I hope they get some scene. I mean, I'm not complaining, since I am really liking the professor at this point, and also the envisioning future, that was good. And I think Veronica and Chloe, they deserve some screen time. They didn't get that, and if Chloe's X, that's probably not gonna happen. But also Carter, we saw how good he is, and he's been a very nice guy. So I think Carter deserved, definitely, of all people. Maybe a lot of people I know, they want to romance Carter. That would have been good. Okay, let's see what else. This last development, so they leave us with a cliffhanger. The professor calling us, messaging us, texting us, telling that the professor has sussed out one of the X's minions, or X perhaps. Then we'll have to see who it is. I have a sneaking suspicion it could be Lexi, because that's the only person that the professor have real ties with, and like the professor knows Lexi like an open book. So we'll have to see what happens. But and who also did all these things, because we have talked with everyone except Liam. I forgot to mention this earlier. So Zoe was watching over Liam. Liam was just chilling because he's a chilling bud. But he probably had 1 million. Our main character came to this conclusion, who did all these things for him while he was just chilling, because his fundraising was his fundraiser was not sabotaged, but everyone else's fundraising was sabotaged. But we'll have to see what happens next. This has been really interesting. What is your opinion about X now? What do you think X could be? Who could be X at this point and X's minions? So I think Selene is a really innocent girl and Chloe is a really dumb girl. Poppy, I don't think is gonna be X. Liam, I have my doubts because I don't think the males are gonna play a vital part in this book. So it's gonna be some woman or girl. It's gonna be. So we'll have to see. It's gonna be a female. I'm pretty sure about that. Or is it gonna be someone who might enter for the first time in this book? We'll have to see. I know it's been a long video. I mean, the chapter was really long, and long in terms of a lot of eventful, not just long with some, unnecessary details, but it was really eventful. A lot of stuff happened, and I'm really glad they're picking it up. The pace is picking up from here. Let me know in the comments what do you think, and I'll see you in the next video with Wolf Pride. But till then, peace out. Also, one more thing I would like to mention here before I finish the video. The next chapter description, which I liked very much, book 2 chapter 11, when Alpha met Zeta, it says, hey now, you're a fratster, get your game on, go play. So it's basically they just made a parody of the song All Stars. There's a line, hey now, you're a rock star, get your game on. So they've just taken the line from there. And All Star is a pretty famous song. It's related to the Shrek. And there's also a one short on I've seen on YouTube, like Milwaukee Pasta Bandit. So this is good that they're doing this. Hey now, you're a frat star, get your game on, go play. All that glitters is gold. But yeah, who is X? We will never know unless we go, I guess. But yeah, let me know in the comments. Bye, guys.